Hey everybody, this is Szlachetka, and I'm about to tell you the story behind the song for Earthquake. So Earthquake was written with my good buddy Paul Stevens. We've been writing together now for about 4 to 5 years, and he had this title, Earthquake, kind of cataloged, and we got together, kind of threw around a bunch of ideas, and when he threw that out, I was like, I like the sound of that, and I had a bunch of non-sequitur lyrics kind of saved. And we really started talking about how, these days, with all the craziness going on in the world, we just have to get back to being humans again. We have to get back to loving one another again. It doesn't matter, what your religion is, what your political views are. At the end of the day, we're all just humans, and we have to help each other, because especially in situations like natural disasters or other, worldly atrocities, we can only count on each other to help get through this, because it's something that we think about all the time, and we need to get back to having conversations again as just a human race. And conversations bring more understanding of different views and bridge that gap to where we can find a common balance again. Some lyrics that really stand out to me for this song. Better love your neighbors, they're all you've got left. Definitely rings true right now. The more you give, the more you get. The better you are to people, it just spreads that much more positive reinforcement in the world. And I think in terms of communities, it's so important for all of us just to really try to give back as much as we can, particularly from a communal standpoint, even getting it down to the smallest aspect of your neighbors, because you never know. In a situation where the world is completely turned upside down, we have each other, and that's all we have at the end of the day, between family, friends, and community. So these are the guitars I used on the recording for Earthquake. This is my trusty 1962 reissue American Fender Stratocaster that has appeared on so many recordings, and once again this showed up for the win. But I recorded the electric rhythm on this, and we recorded this song completely live in terms of the basic tracking, and then did minimal overdubs on top of it. This was, I think, actually the first or second song we recorded for the album, and we nailed it in within 3 takes. It was just a great song to kind of boost everybody's confidence in the studio and just energize the session, so that way we could just move on to the rest. So we also put acoustic guitar in the song too, and I think one of the misunderstandings of a lot of rock and roll music is that if you really listen, even if it's a really, really loud rockin' song, there's usually always a really cool acoustic rhythm track kind of buried within the mix to kind of create a nice percussive aspect of that rhythm. And all over Rolling Stones albums, Tom Petty albums, you name it, The Who. And so when I wrote this song with Paul, we initially started writing lyrics. I didn't necessarily know what the song was going to be in terms of chord progressions, riffs, whatever. And given the nature of the song, I thought it would kind of be appropriate to have some kind of Neil Young-esque drop D tuning where you could just add some great riffs. And so I immediately came up with the opening riff. And this is a 91 or 92 Martin 0001 that I got at Fretted Instruments Workshop in Amherst, Massachusetts, and it's been with me ever since. And it's logged a lot of miles, and it's been on a ton of recordings. But it just has such a great kind of punchy, trashy acoustic sound to it. And so that's like the fundamental bed below all the electric guitar tracks. Really opens up for the chorus. So next time you listen to the song, pay close attention and you'll be able to hear this acoustic kind of buried in the mix a little bit. So I ended up using my Telecaster to cut the guitar solo on the song. Guitar solos are interesting. I love them, but they also can take up space, and I think if you're going to take the time to put an instrumental portion of a song on record, it's got to say something. And I think this was the hardest one I recorded for the song just because I didn't know what I wanted to do at the time, and so initially I started playing some, more flashy guitar licks, and it just wasn't working. And so Scott and I really honed in on this cool part, which actually kind of became more of a part, and it was just a more minimal, just very aggressive, intense single note line in the beginning that was around the middle of the neck, and once we honed in on it, nailed it, the second half went up higher in the neck, thinking that was into the time for some flashy guitar work, and it wasn't. And it wasn't working at all. And so what we did is we just basically repeated the initial phrase from the middle of the neck, played it up an octave higher to create even more energy in the song, to really build, a great apex of the song before it completely breaks for the call to action bridge. The bridge of the song is very important to me. It's a call to action to everybody to work together to make the world a better place, and we've got to get together, build this world better. And we really wanted to kind of make that like a mantra of the song, and so we added a lot of really cool gang vocals. We had Sarah Irie, Brandon James, and Jamie Kent come in to just do like that, loud, boisterous gang vocal, which I think really creates such a unique and awesome aspect to the song. And fast forward to putting the video out, I got to thank everybody who sent in selfie videos of them singing that song, because that was the idea, just everybody coming together to make a better place.